So when we went out a couple of weeks ago, Adama was telling me briefly about your beauty journey.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a mad one still. I think just, like when you're going through your teenage years and you have that moment of, like, all the Caucasian people in my class are like stiff wear, and my hair is really like stiff. Like I said, wow. And I remember like going through a process of like 3 years of every single day straightening my hair.
Wow.
Just so like I could do. And it was crazy, like my mum didn't compromise on relaxing my hair. She was like, we're not doing this. I begged and she eventually caved. So she compromised. She was like, okay, we'll texturize it. And I know for a fact, in hindsight, she didn't texturize it. You know what? Because like she now washed out the thing. My hair was the exact same. I said, oh, maybe you didn't take. Sorry, I'm done. I said, okay, but yeah, maybe it was for the best.
That's hilarious.
And
shout out to your mum. Like,
it wasn't put like conditioner or something like that. Maybe just left it in. I was saying, oh no, I said, okay,
auntie.
Do you know what I mean? So so like my hair texture obviously didn't really change. And I remember one day she was like, Adama, your hair is dead. I said, huh? And it's just the way she said it. She was just like, like when you just look at someone, like, why are you like this? And do you know what I mean? And I think that in that, it's sort of like in that season, like God was already kind of like speaking to me. And then throughout uni as well, like I would go through stages where I'd like, just in my outward appearance as well, like very tomboyish, very and for me it was deep. Like it wasn't even like, oh, I wanna be a tomboy. Like I wanted to dress like boyish. Do you know what I mean? I was like, okay, baggy clothes, this, that. Just for me, in hindsight, looking back, I know that it was more so a body image issue. I was very insecure. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm skinny. When people come up to you and they're like, you're skinny. But they say it with such disgust. Like I've said, like maybe there's an issue with me. So for me, like that sort of like layering and wearing baggy things was sort of like covering that.
Just into depth. Same thing. When I was younger, I used to wear coats 24/7. In the summer, I said, why are you wearing? I said, I must wear coats. There was a time we had like some health thing. It was like within like our church community, and one of the aunties, she goes to me. There was like different stations. One of them had like a scale. One of the aunties goes to me, come, you're definitely underweight. I'm just like, why? Why? Thank God for the other aunties who would be like, why? You don't have to dress like this. Show yourself. You're beautiful. So I fully hear the baggy clothes. Mine was coats. It can be boiling. I will wear that jacket.
Like I even gave that away. I shout out to Ubi. I gave that jacket to Ubi. She still got it, but fam, like it was one of those things. And I remember like God really telling me like, okay, no, like we're gonna have to strip away. And it was such an awkward thing. I remember giving away my clothes, like giving away all these things that that just wasn't what God's design for me as a woman was to be. And I realised that I was straying away from that. So there was that, and then I went on my year abroad. I went to Malaysia, and it was just an eye-opening experience in itself. Really down in the church, even got baptized out there. Like it was a good year. It was a good year, and
thank you, Jesus.
Honestly, and so I don't know, like out in Malaysia, things are just a bit mad when it comes to hair care, sorry. And so like I felt really like I eventually found one auntie that braided my hair, and this was like months before I was coming back like to England. And then she did that was the last hairstyle that I did, and it was just breaking off. So when I came back, I was like, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna actually cut my hair, and because I had been toying with the idea for a while, I was like, oh my gosh, what if I have one uncle head? What if I got rolls at the back, like them uncle roll? I was scared, and I was like, oh my days, and I just did it. And my mum had really long hair as well, and she had recently cut her hair, so I was like, oh, let's go. You want to trim? I want to cut my hair. Let's go. So we went together, and the uncle that cut my hair put my hair in a high puff here, and I was like, oh, you sure? So uncle, I talked to myself here. So imagine I landed in England on Friday, on Sunday afternoon I cut my hair.
Wow.
It was
New Year, new me.
So literally, so like he cut off the puff, and I said, wow, like it's too late now.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh. So then he now started styling, and I was like, okay, cool. And I'm not gonna lie, I left I left the barbershop and I wasn't convinced at all in the slightest. I said, wow, what have I done?
What have I done?
I look like a little boy, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to rock this. And like I was telling you, we met up, like it really forced me to actually like my face. And like I wasn't hiding behind my braids, I wasn't hiding behind my hair or wigs, whatever. Like I was just like, this is my face, I'm gonna have to like it.
To be honest.
Do you know what I mean? Like this was the hand that I was dealt with, Lord. So
and imagine people, can you stop this behaviour? Imagine somebody with such a beautiful face saying, this is what I was dealt with, boo. Anyway, it's up to you. It's up to you.
I can't. It was literally a process. Like, and just understanding that, know that this is the way God made me. And he actually doesn't make any mistakes. Like, he actually took time, he formed me. Like, he knew that this is how I would be, this is how I would look, even before I was even a thought or conception. And just walking in that. So I was like, because with me, when I cut it as well, it was meant to be a one-off thing. I was like, okay, I'm going to cut it and just start again, like, fresh playing field. And then all of a sudden, I now started doing the little, the spiral cut. I said, I kind of like this, What? I kind of like this. So literally, I kept it short for like a year, and now it's growing back. It's been 7 months since I last like cut it, because I'm growing it back out. But yeah, it really taught me a lot. It really taught me a lot about like how God sees me, how I see myself in relation to how God sees me. And just being comfortable, with the fact that, this is me, like this is how I look, like this is how God created me, and that's absolutely fine. So yeah, it was a journey, fam.
I was watching a documentary a while ago. It was of what's that girl group? They were in X Factor. Little Mix or something. I can't remember her name.
Jess?
Is it Jess? Yeah. And the fact that, the comments of, people's comments online about her weight, about the way she looked, still, this girl, there's no fat on her, but she cannot see it. It's like, how many people could be in that frame of mind? So, obviously, you've been through your journey now. What would you say to somebody in that position? What are the words you would give them?
It's so mad, and I think that what I would say is, it actually gets better. But in the same breath, it's one of those ones where you actually have to actively believe that you are beautiful. And no one can do that for you. That comes from a place of having faith and truly believing that no, actually I am, and it's not just because of the way I look or how my hair looks or how the shape of my eyes and nose and mouth are, but I'm beautiful because in the context of faith and who we are in Christ, because I'm made in the image of God. Like there's no ifs, ands and buts about it. And so it's a difficult one, because it's like if someone is not ready to believe that, there's absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way. But I would say, fam, like, sis, Jess, girl, if you're watching this, girl, you beautiful. And yeah, like just to know that actually, like, God is very intentional, and he didn't make a mistake with you. And also not to compare yourself. I would say that's the key thing as well, because it's one of those things where, when people will say, oh, there's always someone smarter than you, there's always going to be someone that's, I guess, better looking than you, and do you know what I mean? There's always going to be a next person, and that's absolutely fine. But it's not for you to compare yourself to someone that you're not actually in the same lane with. Like, everybody's lane is their individual lane. So it doesn't make sense for you. It doesn't actually make sense for you to compare yourself to someone. I know that that's the natural order of things as us as humans. It's natural. We do it a lot. I do it. But just to try and avoid doing that, and to stay away from places and spheres that enable you to compare yourself. So Instagram was designed for you to take breaks from periods.
Exactly.
And it's all about instant gratification. Every time you get a notification, someone has liked your post, you're feeling
that validation, that value.
And it can become addictive. Of course. So just monitor your space, monitor your gates, like what you're feeding yourself, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, and what you're allowing people to speak into you as well, because that does have an effect as well.
It's something that you have to remind yourself of constantly, because we're so surrounded by these things. And even comparison, I think we even compare ourselves to the things people say to us. So if you can believe the negative, you have to be able to look past that and believe the positive. What is God saying to you? You don't wake up and think I'm ugly. We are created to be self-preserving. We are created to protect ourselves ourselves. Fight or flight. We're not created to stand there and take whatever people tell. Oh my gosh, yes. You have come to a place where you believe that, and so you have to come to a place where you believe, what does God actually call me? Who has God created me to be? You have to fight against it, and you have to constantly remind yourself. When the Bible says renew your mind daily, renew it daily. Do not be conformed to the ways of this world. This world will tell you this is the way you should be looking at. This is who you're meant to be. This is the way you were created to be. You have to constantly fight that. It's an everyday battle that we have to fight against. And you know, that validation that these things give you, like Instagram, again, where's your value coming from? If your value is not coming from these things, you'll be able to say, I'm coming off of this. I'm starting to get I'm starting. And you know, we're comparing ourselves to things that are not even real. Like, influencers have admitted to using things like Facetune, to photoshopping, to all of these things to get the perfect photo. And normal people are looking at that, and you're comparing yourself to something that's not real. You know, why? Like, if your value is from God, who is everlasting, who lasts forever, you will see these things and you'll be like, I'm coming off of this. Like, I'm not even going to allow my mind to go down that path. Because if you're able to accept the negative, you should be able to accept the positive and say, no, this negative, thank you, keep it in the corner. This is what God says about me.
No, it's so true. And just take it, like you said, like Instagram is one of those ones that it gets to me, because it's like you have to take things with a pinch of salt. Like, it's a place where, like, it breeds comparison. Like, you're not going to get people right. It's not a journal. People are not going to go in the nitty-gritty and tell you that, listen, it was a struggle. So, like, just be careful with that as well. Like, just be careful.
And I think, you know, in the beginning we were talking about what makes life beautiful. It's the moments, those processes that we have in our moments that we can enjoy, that we can allow God to work through us, instead of just looking to the other person. And then you can't enjoy the beauty in the moment. You can't enjoy the actual beauty God has given you now. So in terms of natural hair, there has been a lot of changes towards natural hair.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think beauty as well, natural beauty as well. But I personally think there is still a struggle, especially when it comes to like 40, you know, if your hair is in a 4 category, you know. I don't really want to be doing categories because it's all just names. Hair is hair. But from the 4B, 4C, some people even say 4Z, 4G, whatever.
That one, I said, okay, you're doing too much.
Whatever. When your hair is reaching that category, there are some comments. I remember when I first started like leaving out my natural hair, when my hair was much shorter as well. Aunties will come to me and be like, things like, how do I even express the comments?
I know.
As if my hair isn't done and I need to do my hair, or like as if my hair is not neat. I don't know how to describe it. These are like comments.
You go and do your hair.
When you go and do your hair,
and I'm like,
the comments were so mad. My brain has just discarded them. Of course, now attitudes have really, really changed. Thank God. But I still feel that some of them have not come to accept. And I still feel, especially in our community, even in our generation, I still feel that doing your hair is your actual hair, and your own natural hair is just the temporary thing that you just have out. Do you get what I mean?
Oh,
like,
wow, yeah.
Like, the hairstyle that you're going to do is your actual hair. Like, yes, that's what you're proud of. Yes, I'm going to do my hair. Oh my gosh, I finally feel like me.
Yeah.
Your natural hair, this hair that grows from your scalp, is just a temporary, you know, I'm going to do my hair next week. This is just, I'm just doing whatever I need to do right now. I'm just managing, you know. And I still feel like, you know, perceptions they've changed, but we still have a long, long way to go.
Definitely, and I think in and amongst the unsolicited, you're so skinny comments, you get the, oh my gosh, like when you do your hair, like, because, and I do this thing where I lay my edges, like, I love a good laid edge, you know what I mean? And so like my edge will be laid and I will like sort of just like spiral curl my hair. So people will just be like, okay, so your edges are laid, but what's going on with the rest? And I said, since my hair is done and I like this way, finished.
To be honest.
So it's one of those ones where people will make comments unsolicited. People talk, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's, you know, irrelevant. That's what they do. So it's one of those things where you have to come into that acceptance of this is my hair. This is the way it grows out of my scalp, and this is the way it will continue to grow out of my scalp. Even when people do turn to text writers, you have to top it up, because guess what? When the new hair grows out, it grows out naturally.
Exactly.
The way it's intended to grow out. So it's one of those ones. And
your body's constantly like, oh yeah,
think that even with, listen, I will put this out there. Me, I'm not one of those natural hair social justice warriors. Like, if you like, wear a wig. Because me, occasionally I wear a wig.
Yeah, exactly.
If you like braid your hair, me, I love a good braid. Do you know what I mean?
I love a good twist.
But it's really about motives as well. And I know people maybe watching this and be like, oh, it's not that deep, I just want to braid my hair. But really and truly, if you get to the crux of it, it is that deep.